go to Tracy Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracy Brown Live. Go to Tracy Brown Live. Go to Tracy Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracy Brown Live. Go to Tracy Brown Live. Go to Tracy Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracy Brown Live. Go to Tracy Brown Live. Go to Tracy Brown Live.
Hi everyone. How are you today? Good morning, Vovo. I want to do a mental health check-in. So, how are you feeling mentally this morning? Let's do a mental health check-in. Good morning, Sophia, and good health. This is the reason why I talk about good health so much. I want to do a mental health check-in. How are you feeling today? I am feeling a little anxious. You know, I've got an important phone call at 10 o'clock. And it could change some trajectories. And, you know, some a little like, but I'm not showing it. I'm doing okay. Good, Vovo. And remember, you don't have to be doing okay, right? I'm not asking for you to fall in line, right? I'm doing a check-in, so it's okay if you're not okay, right? How's everyone doing? I saw the hurt on your, oh my God, the hurt on my face. Yeah, it's still there. It's still resonating with me, you know, it resonates. Like, I just have a different relationship with death, right? So, you know, I know these babies, I know who they are, I know why they came here. I know that it was part of a bigger system, you know. So, yeah. You know, I have my talk show that I'm going to do tomorrow, Tracy After Dark at 9 p.m. Eastern. It'll be on Blog Talk Radio. I am going to put it on YouTube, but as subscription only, because, of course, this is a topic for nighttime, right? For adults, right? Not for the babies, because babies watch my show. And they sing my song, Tracy Brown Live, and, you know, I don't want to have to censor this type of topic because I don't know what kids are listening to, right? But Tracy After Dark. Now, if those prepubescent little 14-year-olds that haven't gotten their periods yet can find me on Blog Talk Radio, well, then I've got to give up. If a 10-year-old can find me, then I'm just like, forget about it. It's not my problem. But it is a good topic to discuss tomorrow. It's also where I'm going to be talking magic. Start revealing some juicy secrets in magic. And tomorrow I might consider how to cast a spell on your social media accounts. Like, what does that look like, right? Okay, good. Thanks, Marie. We're checking in on everyone. And Marie says, yesterday I wasn't okay. When I finally stopped crying, I did some Reiki. Oh, yes. I lit a candle for them. Yes. And a singing bowl meditation. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Ooh, job. Yeah. We can talk about that tomorrow. Um, yeah. Yeah, I don't know if it was a lot for me. Like I do have a relationship with death. So I don't know if it was a lot for me, you know. I think that maybe I try not to take on the feelings of the parents more, you know. So I'm not looking for you all to look at me to take anything away from the children. I just think that I'm pushing back the feelings of the parents. That's what I think I'm doing. So it's not me at all, I promise you. But yeah, we want to be able to keep the focus on others whose pain is very, very real. And that's the children and the families, you know. Um, Listen to Michael Jackson's video Cry, who is another guy that went too soon, but um, his music was so profound. And I'm also looking at how he got away with elaborate videos. You know what I mean? Like the studios just paid for, you know, hundreds of people to hold hands across a bridge. It was like does anybody realize whoever the studio people were to be on board with that messaging without telling Michael Jackson, you can't do that. We don't have the money for that. Or that he told his story in the era where the money was running rampant in the music industry so that he could tell a story. Like if you look at, if Michael Jackson were alive today, he wouldn't be able to produce these type of videos. The videos that are being produced now are crappy, right? And the song is the song, but the music and the vision that comes along with Michael Jackson, you know. So listen to the video Cry. Yeah, yeah. I think another song that's perfect um, is They Don't Really Care About Us. And I do not want people to hashtag Uvalde strong. You guys got to stop that. There's no one is strong. Like, it's such a dumb hashtag. Like, it's such an American hashtag to have children taken from you and then go, we are strong. Who the fuck is strong? Who the fuck? Who the fuck is strong? Y'all got to don't hashtag Uvalde strong. Don't do it. You can hashtag Uvalde. You can hashtag Rob Elementary. Do not hashtag Uvalde strong. No one should be strong in this circumstance. Do not be strong. Cry. Be upset. Scream and yell how upset you are. But how are you doing? If you're numb to this, then then I have concerns. I don't want you to be numb to this. I want you to have reactions to such a tragedy, right? Again, right? Pick these boobies up. Boobies. So, well, it brings me to CNN because, of course, I am the YouTube correspondent. Let me see. You better believe I will help vote out these. Okay, that's, guys, there's so many issues going on in Texas, right? And you guys have more power than you realize. You are not helpless. Your voice and your power. Um, is your secret weapon. Well, I think that there's a place and time for everything, right? I think the videos that are out right now are sexually empowering. I'm not really mad at the videos. I I think this is the first time women can be as graphic as they want because their bodies belong to them. I think that, I don't know. I don't know if I'm mad at the music. And I think women use what they need to use, right? And I think there's a way to understand it without too much harsh judgment, right? I mean, I love wearing a pom pom. I love wearing a pom pom. Pom pom shorts. I love me some pom poms. I don't know if I would be wearing those pom poms if I didn't see the pom pom videos, you know? Especially in my age bracket to wear a pom pom. Ciao. I love me some pom poms. Yeah. But then I wound up in the Caribbean, so, if you're in downtown Christian shit, you could wear your pom poms. If I'm local, I can't wear my pom poms. So everybody be looking. Because I have that body. Yes, I do. Just gotta get rid of my stomach. All right. Enough about me. We need to feel safe. We've always been looking over our shoulders. Good health mentally, too. Yes, Irene. We're asking about everyone's mental health. So, how are you doing? Yeah, let the media fight amongst each other, CNN, Tucker Carlson. Like, at some point, you want to fix everybody, stop watching all this shit. Don't even put CNN on if their biggest argument is Tucker Carlson instead of what we as parents could be doing, right? No one's talking to the parents in the world. Like, why aren't the parents being nurtured? Yeah, yeah. In any case, mm, it's got to be a solution to all of this, and we'll figure it out together, won't we? There's a way to figure it out. That's who I pray for. Yeah, the parents. And not just the parents of the victims, the parents that have children and got to send them to school today. Like those parents too. Like the parents, all the parents in America right now. Yeah. The parents have to be under anxiety. I can't. I can't. I can't. I can't. I didn't have this problem with my son. His error did not have this problem. So I don't know what you parents are feeling, but it can't be anything other than anxious prayer, fear, gratitude, love, like all at once. Like all these emotions are going through, you know? So, hi, Lottie. Lottie says, I'm feeling confused and a bit helpless. Yes. Yes. Helpless is a normal feeling. But what I can tell people to not feel helpless is that we all have a social media account. Post something. Post your feelings, post your anger, right? But get it out some way. Post your disgust. Post your disgust with the Texas governor. The more people that post, the more empowering this could be to get rid of that Texas governor. So for right now, there's always something you could do, even if it's posting on social media. That's a whole psychological thing, and I don't know where you're going with that. I don't know if you're talking about the kid that did this, because I heard his mother is mortified. But there would have been signs. Like, they always find the signs after the fact. After the fact, they're like, your social media was just full of blah, 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 right? And I think if you have a child in your household, he's not allowed to block you. If he blocks you, he doesn't get a phone. Do you understand? If he wants to throw a temper tantrum, like, let him. But that type of discipline comes from 5, not at 13, right? Right? You have to know how your child is from 5, and you have to decide that 5-year-old temper tantrums are not cute. It's funny as hell, but it's not cute. And you have to see if that 5-year-old's temper tantrum has a 15-year-old in your face. You got to grow your children up. And you have to imagine that cute little 5-year-old with those button brown eyes being all sassy and shit. How would that translate if she were 5'5" and 15 and she's in your face? Same thing for boys. My grandson Ezra will lay it down. And then he'll be like, it's the truth, Dory, it's the truth. And I'd be like, get over here. Get over here. The truth is the truth. But why you think you need to blast the truth without seeing that you are hurting people? That's wrong. One day I picked up my grandson Ezra, and let me tell you something. He's 8 now. He wasn't even 8. He was in the first grade. Definitely in the first grade, but he hadn't turned 6 yet. he hadn't turned 6 yet, so I'm talking about a little 5-year-old. And I was picking him up from school, and I'm not sure what happened, but something happened. I don't remember what, but I remember the little girl that it happened to. And I said, Ezra, apologize. My grandson knew exactly what I was talking about to him, looked over the little girl and said, sorry. Hi, John. Sorry. And I looked at the little girl. I swear to God. I looked at the little girl and her eyes were like, I was like, fuck out of here. And I looked, I said, stop it. And you apologize to the little girl. And then he was like, I'm sorry. Like he knew what he was doing. But I didn't let him get away with what he was doing. You don't get to, what kind of chauvinistic child is this at 5? He wasn't 6 yet. And I was like, oh, hell no. Oh, no. Now, is it a funny story to tell? Yes. If I had let him get away with it, he was displaying rudeness to women. I had to see the cute little button brown eyes, because y'all know Ezra is cute. She's cute. And if I took his cuteness and absorbed it to the point where I can't see the future, and I was like, this guy's not going to treat women well. Like, what kind of soul is embedded in this child? I will fight the soul. I will pull it out. I will shake it up. No. So I looked at the soul of the grandchild and I was like, fuck out of here. I didn't say that because I was around all these kids and fuck out of here. Everybody just stops and stares. So I was like, no. I said apologize to the little girl. Right? So then he's like, I'm sorry. And then I looked at the little girl and I was like, and you know what I knew from that point on? That girl will never forget me. That little girl, whoever she is, I don't know who she is. I don't give a fuck. I don't need to know who she is. I need to know that my grandson was acting out. That's all I need to know. But I knew that little girl will never forget me because I challenged the manhood in my grandson. Oh, sorry. The manhood in my grandson. I saw him as a 15-year-old, as a 25-year-old in that moment. And I said, no. You're going to be 5. You're going to be respectful. And you're going to learn some shit today. Same thing goes with guns and shootings. If you're sitting in your house being racist, having whips in your house, talking about, man, too bad whips can't be used anymore. And then your little 6 or 7-year-old kid goes across to the neighbors with the whip. That is something that's being taught in the house. There's a lack of discipline. But then the parents proved it, right? The parents proved it because then the dad went to they called the police first. And the police said, oh, just let it not escalate. So the dad went over to the dad's house, and the dad, one was black, one was white. The white dad showed up with a gun in his back pocket. Showed up at the door with the gun in his back pocket so that the neighbor could say, your son came to my door with a whip and then scratched my car. The white dad accidentally dropped the fucking gun and it discharged. And you guys want shootings to stop? Do you really? You already had an example the week before with this little kid with the whip. You already had a social media example about what's being taught in the house. But you all want shootings to stop? So the mother is mortified. Didn't he shoot the grandmother? Did he? The mother's mortified. And it's like, Mom, how did you miss this? Fuck out of here. I'm not going to heaven. And breathe. I'm not going to heaven for God to tell me I missed the signs in my child. It's not happening. Listen, even as an adult, God will talk to you. Did he shoot the grandmother was the question. I don't care if she's alive. Did he shoot the grandmother? The mother. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Gunman's mother in disbelief. Hold on. No, stop. Share story. Hold on, guys. This is Fox News. I do not work for Fox News. Get that straight. So, the mother of the suspected school gunman in disbelief about the teen shooting grandma. The mother. The funny thing is, this is the funny thing about racism. They keep pointing out this kid's name, right? You guys know his name, right? Does anybody know the name of the Buffalo kid that shot 10 innocent people in Top Supermarket? Do you know his name? Because the media, the racist media, is quick to point out his name because he's a minority. Also, because he's a minority, he died. White folks don't die. They killed him. The kid's mother, I'm not going to mention his name because I'm not, by the way, this is Fox News, so Fox News is going to be a bastard about everything. Her name, the mom's name is Andriana, was in disbelief that her son was capable of such violence on Tuesday, telling her boyfriend's mother hours after the attack that she was still looking for her son and didn't think that the 18-year-old would shoot his grandmother. She said she couldn't believe that her son would shoot her grandmother. He loved my mom. He legally purchased 2 rifles. In a series of Facebook messages, this is where I'm at. On the morning, okay, on the morning, um, she was having issues with her son. Okay. Mm. I think this comes down to mental health, really, guys, right? Are we listening to the mental health of our children? What do you think? Does it come down to mental health? All right. Yeah, who knows, Red Roses? Oh, have they? I see his face and his name all over my social media. Every time I look, his name is there. Oh, you're talking about the guy in Buffalo. Yeah. I don't even know his name. Let's bring out his name, by the way. Because they like you to forget. Buffalo. Oh, that's interesting. Listen to this. Both the Buffalo and the Uvalde shooters allegedly abused animals. Do you know that's an indication of further abuse? Yeah. Peyton Gentron. Do you guys even know that name? Do you guys even know this guy? His first name is Peyton. His last name is Gendron. Gendron. Did you guys even know that name? That's the Buffalo shooter. And they're calling him an 18-year-old suspect, right? Oh, they call the other one a suspect too. And for the Gendron, which is the one I'm really talking about, um, seemed to have posted online taking part in animal abuse in which he killed a cat. That's the Buffalo shooter. And then Gendron alleged this is how parents are assisting that his mother gave him a box to bury the cat he said he killed. That kid needs to be on a psych ward. But maybe the mama is crazy. She gave him a box to cover up. You see what I mean? Like, so what? What do you have to say? Thank you. Thank you. Remember his name. Remember his name, right? Don't make this a minority thing, right? Mental mental health runs in the family. Yes. And looking at whether or not you have mental health in the family in any degree is something that I think we all need to check into, you know, in our families, but identify it early. Like, you can't fix an 18-year-old. but you can fix a 4-year-old, right? Right? An 18-year-old might be too set in his ways, right? But we can definitely start early. Is it true? Somebody looked this up for me that we've had 358 shootings so far. And it's May. Can somebody look that up? How many shootings we had so far this year in America? Good point. The kids are messed up because the parents aren't getting them the help they need. Yep. I guess mental health is embarrassing. Sometimes I talk to some of my clients and I'm like, I think it's time for some therapy. And most people are like, no, Tracy, you're therapy. And I was like, I am not therapy. Okay. Hello, Mr. George. How are you? All right. Going for your, oh. I think Mr. George is like 90 years old, but he's out there half naked half the time, just walking and getting his exercise in. He looks like he was a stellar character back in the day, like a very Dapper Don type of Caribbean man. Like he must have held a really good position. And one day I like to sit outside. One day he came out shirtless and he was like, and I was like, no, Mr. George. 220, 212, same numbers. All right. Mental health disease run in the family. I broke the curse of fear of treatment and getting help. Get some help. Break the fear. Therapy is amazing. As long as you don't have a therapist that makes you crazy, that could happen too. Will there be more mass shootings? Please, God, talk to me. Talk to me about mass shootings. Please allow me to see anything and everything that you would like for me to see. America belongs to you, God. We belong to you. Please allow me to see and say what you would like for me to say and see. I love you, God. I love you, Jesus. In your name I pray. I pray for help and I pray for these shootings to stop, Father God. Amen. 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 There will be 3 more on the horizon. Not too far off in the horizon. There'll be an immediate one coming through. And there will be 2 more big ones. So I don't know what that means. I just know there'll be 3 more and 2 are big. I think it's going to be important to look at other world leaders that's had these issues and has been capable of diminishing the issues truly based upon having too many guns. I think the government is sincere about wanting to reduce the guns, but I don't get where the light is on. The light's not on. Like the spiritual light isn't on to stop it. I think there's going to have to be a sacrifice coming from, I think, the world. I think the sacrifice is coming from the world. See, it's one thing to accept the fate that you're given, and it's another thing to change the fate that you're given, right? So I think it's going to come down to I want to say people fighting back, but maybe in the form of sacrifices, maybe being quicker to not have an expectation. Because the good part is most of these people do post, right? And so taking a post seriously, not taking a post as if this is costing us money, right? Because he did post, so who are his people that he's posting to, right? You got to look at them too. He posted, like, did you call the cops, right? There'll be a couple of more sneak attacks, maybe up to 7. I just don't think people are going to be taking this much longer. I think where people are at is fear. Oh, I hope I can go into the mall safely. But I also think that people are going to respond to, I don't know. I don't know. Cards are weird. Knight of Wands, Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, I think I do know. I think that if these things are going to stop, then we have to stop supporting the places where these people go, right? I think malls are dangerous places, and I think schools are definitely dangerous places at this point. And I think that there's definitely hope here. And I think that there's going to be up to 3 to 7 more, maybe more than that. I'm just looking at the immediate. I also think that, and I hate to say this, but I think that unless, oh my God, unless there are more minority shooters, nothing will get done. We're at the tipping point. That's what I'm trying to say, Teresa. Thank you. Oh, Tom, thank you. Oh, thank you. I really debated on white or a peachy color, and I decided white was a color. So I think, I know this sounds crazy, but I can only tell you what Spirit is telling me, that unless we have more minority shooters, nothing will get done. I think the freedom for one group to have guns and another group to have guns, I with the shooters, it's not about race. With the shooters, it's a level of crazy, not race. With what we do about it has everything to do with race. So unless white folks see that guns are also in the hands of minority that's equally as crazy, nothing will be done. So that means we have to have more ethnic shooters. Yeah, Yeah, Kiara. This is the purge. Ugh, I can't believe that. This is weird. Oh, it's so uncomfortable. This is the purge. Yeah, it is sad that the only way anything could get done is if more minority shooters are out there. It doesn't even make sense to me. Like, that's some white privilege shit. All right. Also, I think this is going to sound a little crazy, but also, I think that people need to purge America. I think people need to leave America. And there might be a mass exit where people go back to their own home countries where they're born and raised somewhere else, and then they're like, I think I'm gonna go back home to France, Netherlands, Lithuania. That's a airplane. I think I think Africans are gonna go back home. I think people are like, why am I sticking it out in a country that doesn't like me, or in a country that is so violent? Like, I can't raise my kids here. I think people are going to give up their jobs and leave. And and I think they're going to, for those that I what I see is, cuz it's already started, where because of the pandemic people are tracing across the world, right? But I think people are just going to leave. I think people are really going to start to think about their supported lifestyles, right? America has always been about money and wealth and status and wealth, and it's not working for us. And I think people are going to be like, no, I just want to see my children be happy every day. I need their mental health to be better. So I think America gets worse. I think the bells are ringing inside of people's heads. I think people want a slower lifestyle and pace. I think they want their children to be mentally sound. And I think those that can will leave. And if enough people go back to their original countries and enough Americans get out, the economy fails in America. You don't have to worry about high rent. There will just be apartments available. You want to fix the landlords that think it's okay to charge $2,000 for a 1 bedroom? Leave. Leave. Take your children and leave. And I think that might, first of all, it's already happening. But second of all, I think it's going to happen in mass numbers. Oh, is that? Well, oh, see, and I know what I'm talking about. AB says the government is pushing companies to stop remote work because too many people are leaving and the economy can't handle it. Thank you. Right, right. Sweet Jensen, where are you from? Because some people might go to Canada. We talked about this during COVID. Some people might go to Canada, but where are you from? I don't think Canada is much better, by the way. You're from Nova Scotia? Oh, sweetie. Go home. That's a good point. She goes, you all, I thought that wall was for illegals. It's for us. Interesting concept. Yeah. Sweet Jensen, go home. Nova Scotia? Oh, how peaceful it must be over there. What are you doing? And that's what I mean. It's going to be people like Sweet Jensen that has a home to go to that is going to leave. Yep. Yep. I think you all need to figure out that this expat situation is probably the only thing that's going to get America to wake up. When people say, oh, I never want to go to America, that's when you know. And by the way, white America, you caused this. The 50 people in Congress, you will cause this. So, there you have it. And I just think they're going to go all over the world to go back home. And they look how happy she is. And they're going to be happy about it. People want peace and tranquility, yes. And I want you to have peace and tranquility, by the way. All right. We just see a little bit more. Two of Cups. Couples are going to start thinking, you know what's going to happen? Couples are going to start, yeah. It's the only way to bring justice to America. Right now, America looks like this. Justice is upside down. But if you leave, you can bring justice upright. But you people are going to have to make that decision to leave. You know? Yeah, everybody's suffering. Small business, shut the business down. I wouldn't give another dime to a country that can't control their gun laws. No. No. It's not right. None of this is right. A lot of people are moving to Mexico. A lot. Like, Mexico is a big expat place. Expat. I love that, by the way. Like, it's so funny that we stop the Mexicans from coming here, but Americans are going there. It's hilarious. What sweet revenge for the Mexican government, you know? It's hilarious. Oh, yeah. I could, with 2020, the COVID, the government not helping. I mean, look what happened when the government did give us money, right? Harvard University took millions. They took millions out of the mouths of the mom and pop. Think about that shit. Oh, yeah. Black people are moving to Mexico. Yeah. 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 When I said expat, I wasn't picking a color. I followed this woman. I don't remember her name. She's probably one of the other people that helped me to relocate. She talks big on Mexico. And the movie Juanita helped me make the decision too. Expats in Mexico. Let's see if I can find a black woman. She helped me a lot. I was watching all of her videos, and she was very encouraging. I think what I saw more than anything is how happy she was. But in any case, look up expats. Being black in Mexico, another expat, best places to retire in Mexico. I mean, Mexico's big. Is this her? Where did all the black women move to? Mexico. By the way, Mexico men are very, very salacious and sexy. Oh my God. um, but look at all the videos. Black Mexicans. Hmm. Look at all the videos. It's 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 time to rethink your thinking, right? It's time to rethink how you think, right? Because there's a lot of blacks in Mexico. Yeah, Rainy, I want to move to Mexico, the Caribbean. Do it. Attilia, if you can afford an RV, do it. Puerto Vallarta is really big. Uh, what's another place? Cozumel, very big. Like you won't feel alone in certain parts of Mexico. You're going to see Americans in Mexico. All right. Expats unite. It's going to get to the point, who said it? That those walls are going to be like, people are going to be like um, at the border, right? The border is not going to let you through at some point. You're going to be like, why are you going to Mexico? Are you going to live there? You got to be like, no, sir. No. You're going to escape to Mexico. Yeah. There's only two places to escape in America, Mexico or Canada. Canada has strict laws, so Canada's not going to let you in so readily. Nope. Nope. So, all right. Upside down child nature. Tendency to abuse animals, people, and the environment. Who am I talking about? Am I still talking about the mass killer, or am I talking about Americans and the shootings? Look for a lifelong pattern of relating to animals such that your psyche and spirit needs these bonds for your own well-being. All right. I feel sad when a kid is not raised with an animal. I think kids need to be raised with animals. I think as we give kids love, kids need to display love towards something too, right? So I'm not against fish, hamsters, although I think hamsters smell. I smell hamsters and I hate it. I do like fish. So fish is a good ecosystem because fish in a tank don't get to live, right? And so there you have compassion when a fish dies, and You have to pray over it or bury it or flush it down the toilet, but it gives children something to identify with life and the evolution inside a fish tank. Um, I'm a big fan of cats and dogs, right? And I'm a big fan of using those tools to teach children love and kindness for something other than themselves. Like, I'm a big fan of, did you feed the cat? How are you going to eat and the cat didn't eat? The cat's hungry. Feed the cat, you know? But it's part of what your adult life looks like later on. Like, it shows up with kindness and care. I'm always in love with a man that tells me he has a cat. Somebody tells me they have a cat, I love them more than I love a man that has a dog. Because there's a lot of sensitivity and rubbing with the cat that's different than a dog. Cats display so much love. Not that a dog doesn't, but there's just something extra that comes from cats. I know a lot of people can't take cats or can't stand cats. I'm not saying that's you. I'm saying if a man tells me he has a cat, I would marry him. Because it's not the norm. And cats really give you a lot to go on in terms of, could he be a loving and caring man that understands nurturing the body as well, because he has this cat that demands it, you know? Yeah, Renee, I grew up my fish tank. My grandma used to put plants in the fish tank. I know. And it's so much fun to clean out the fish tank and put new plants in, and you just teach kids so much responsibility. I think birds are okay. I'm not a fan of cage birds, to be honest with you. I think it's a little selfish. Birds, birds are meant to roam free, and so I don't understand the cage bird syndrome. I don't get it. I don't know how that's caring for an animal that needs to be free. So, but that's just me. That's me. You know, you don't have to listen to me. All right. All right. Are we good? I have an appointment coming up soon, so I need to get ready for that appointment. Yes, I do not like to see cage birds. Me neither. All right. Are we good? Child nature, friendship with animals, communications with nature spirits. I think that if you want your children to be better adults, I think we have to invest in animals. Maybe that's what child nature was trying to tell me. I think I might have missed it. Because their first relationship with kindness and caring comes from you loving the child and the child loving the animal. And you could see their mental health in how they love the animal, and whether or not there's some psychological help that's required depending upon how they treat the animals. So it could be a very long, healthy lesson. It could be an 18-year lesson to give your child an animal. Do you understand? Like, it's almost like the answer to the question. Like, it's almost like How do we stop sick children? Give them an animal. Give them something to care about. Do you guys think that could be an answer? Like, it just dawned on me. Animals are very therapeutic. Could animals be the answer to stopping school violence, public violence? I wonder. I wonder. All right. Yes, and plants in the household. Yes. All right. Make some sacrifices and get a cat or dog. And I think that might be the key overall. It might be the answer to our prayers. Animals. Hmm. That's interesting. Huh. Interesting. That just came to me. Thank you, Lottie. Yes, children need dreamy family ideals. Yeah, getting a child an animal. Yeah, stops them from being selfish and self absorbed and could be the key overall, right, Kira? That was a good one, right? Huh. All right. Maybe I need to talk to some experts about, you know, what an animal could do in families with young children so that we're not raising shooters. Yeah, look at you, Gloria. She goes, "Hi, Miss Tracy. I was just talking with my husband about getting a cat for our son." Yeah, do it. She's like, "He's just 3." And I'm like, "Do it. Do it. It's, yeah, do it." Hmm. That might be the answer to healthy living. Yeah, I had pets as a child. And man, the pets that we had, they were amazing. Just amazing. Yeah. Yeah. Magic Mermaid said that card was pulled for you. Yeah. I had pets as a child. A black Labrador. We called him Blackie because black folks don't never come up with good names for their dogs. So we called him Blackie. Um, White folks, y'all don't come up with good names. Y'all will call your dog a human name in a minute. This is Fred. Um, we called him Blackie. I don't know why. It's there's the parents, not us. We were like, "What's his name?" My mom was like, Blackie," because he was all black. He was an amazing, like an amazing. We abused that dog. There was 5 of us. He was a pillow. We wrestled with him. I mean, that animal took a beating. Never bit one of us. Never bit one of us. He eventually got distemper. I don't know how that happened. And then we had I believe he's a German Shepherd mix. Guys, get a German Shepherd. Those dogs are amazing. Then we had a German Shepherd mix, and I don't remember her name. She was definitely a girl because she wound up having babies. Um, but yeah, we always wound up with animals that just loved us. And then we had cats. The cats were kind of evil. Like I remember one of our cats knew that my mother woke up in the middle of the night to come downstairs to get something out the refrigerator. She tried to kill my mother. She stayed on the steps. My mother was like, "The cat tried to kill me." And I was like, "Yeah, I could see that." Ah. Yeah, we had several cats, but we also had a house. So cats kind of came and went. They would be like gone, and then they would just disappear. And sometimes they would show back up again. And you're like, you're back? Like, and they'd stick around for a while and they'd disappear again. We just had those kind of cats. Didn't care one way or the other. We gave the cats the freedom, right? Right? We gave the cats the freedom, and they took their freedom. It's hard to keep a cat inside when you have a house. You can keep a cat inside when you have an apartment. When you have a house, you can't keep them inside. The minute you open that door, they're like, shoo. And with 5 people, oh my God. Yeah. All right. Oh, your mom's dog was Blackie, and when he died, it was devastating. Yeah. And you guys saw my dogs, right? I don't know if you guys got to see Bones. Bones was the cutest dog ever, but you guys saw Cash. You know? Yeah. Bones was so cute. Bones used to snuggle under my neck. I go to pick him up and yeah, get some animals for your children. Not accusing any of your children that's going to grow up to be shooters, but it is a measure of kindness, right? You can teach your child to be kind to something as they're throwing temper tantrums, right? You have to be like, wow, that's a lot. Can you feed the dog and then come back and have a temper tantrum because the dog's hungry? Like, there's just a way to get them out of themselves. So, all right, I gotta go. I must zen and prepare. I love you all. And I thank you. See that battery life? I do. Bye, guys.
Gals and guys, go to Tracy Brown Live. Go to Tracy Brown Live. Go to Tracy Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracy Brown Live. Go to Tracy Brown Live. Go to Tracy Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracy Brown Live. Go to Tracy Brown Live. Go to Tracy Brown Live.